Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Don't let me whip your ass like your mama shoulda. Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. You got daddy issues. That's why you gotta marry a man 5 times your age.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Married to Medicine recap. This is season 10, episode 5. Let's get started with this episode. Quite the episode, I will tell you that. So we start with some brief scenes of the women, some family scenes, Heavenly and Alora, Eugene, Toya with their boys, Simone and Jackie were hanging out. But the first scene takes place in Quad's house, and both Phaedra and Heavenly come over. Now, talk about iconic trios. I mean, Phaedra, Heavenly, and Quad. Who would have ever thought these girls were gonna be together? Such a fun little group. But here's the thing. Quad really wants to talk things out with Heavenly to figure out what had happened with their friendship. So they sit down, they do some catch up, they talk about the wedding, and Quad is being so extra. She wanted to talk about her wedding was at the Four Seasons Hotel, and she had ice sculptures, and Phaedra was being shady as hell as well, talking about the flowers, the programs, the ceremony, the wrinkled drapes. I was like, oh my gosh. Heavenly mentions that she was uninvited, and Quad was very surprised by that, and it's shocking because based from what Quad has seen on social media, she thought that Heavenly and Sweet Tea were super good friends. But most importantly, her feelings were hurt by that. And I get it. Like, can you imagine if your friend starts to be friends with your ex's new partner? Like, that would be no ma'am. So in that regard, I do think that Quad has valid feelings. Quad says, where is the loyalty? Heavenly wants to bring up that Quad disassociated herself from the group and that she could have done better reaching out. They sort of go back and forth a little bit. Heavenly says that Quad needs to take accountability. It starts to get a little bit combative, but they are able to meet in the middle, so they are definitely good now. And Quad says that she does miss the girl, so she will definitely reach out. The next scene is Dr. Jackie. She's at work, and she gets another visit from the brat, who was pregnant at the time of the scene. I didn't realize that the brat was 48 years old, so obviously it's considered a high-risk pregnancy. The brat has been pregnant, but still has been doing a lot of work and stuff, and Jackie says that she needs to take a little bit of a break and stop doing so much stuff. Judy, the brat's wife, was being such a snitch about what the things she eats and stuff like that. Jackie also raises awareness for Black women and the disparities in healthcare, so it's a great thing that she brought that up so people can know about that. The brat is cool. She was crying because she was emotional, but yeah, that was that scene. Then we move on to Cecile and Simone. Oh my. Okay, so Simone says, let's look at some old photos from the past and make a vision board so that we can look back when we're going through hard times. So they're going through many old pictures of when the kids were little, but then Simone asks Cecile, what did he say to Miles about school? Cecile says, well, I told him to try and get an internship. You see, they go to Cecile when they are like going through stuff because Cecile is soft. That's what the boys go to. But Simone is feeling like she wants Cecile to have her back. As far as Miles and like when it comes to school and stuff like that. Cecile says, well, if he's not finished by next May, he's not finished. I was just like, no, sir. That's easy for you to say because you're not paying for his education. Simone is. So for Miles to be in college for 5 years and still not graduated with anything, it's unreasonable. I understand that some people take some time, they're different, I get all that, but Miles is 26 and has nothing really going for him. So Simone is saying that it's time for him to step into manhood. They coddled him too much, so hopefully they bring him up to speed because that is too much. Okay, so this next scene, Phaedra was in this vehicle with this butler, which I still find a little suspicious, like who is this butler? But she was wearing this funny outfit and it was giving Tubi movie vibes, okay? The way she was dramatically talking. She's planning an event and we know that she's a mortician, so it has to do with something funeral related. So the butler gets off on each of the individual houses of the women and he hands them the briefcase and he has them open it, and then the invitation for the event is inside. It was funny because it was like interesting and a little intriguing, something that we've never seen before. Okay, so then we have another scene, which is at night. It's at Toya's house. She invited Simone and Sweet Tea. She has some ladies come over because she's gonna make them give them IV boost, whatever that is. But before that, Toya serves Sweet Tea and Simone some food. That was really nice. Sweet Tea just came back from her honeymoon in Dubai. And the other two, Simone and Toya, also shared about their honeymoon and whether or not they had sex the night or whatever. So they talked about that. And then they go take the IV thing. I felt so bad for poor Sweet Tea. She was feeling a little blue. She had some irregular bleeding going on, which is kind of worrying her. And she wants to have a baby. On top of that, she's feeling jet lagged. So I guess it was a good thing that she was getting the shot. So Sweet Tea was walking around the room and found the invitation from earlier that Toya got and asks, "What is this?" Turns out that Phaedra didn't invite Sweet Tea. Toya is still confused on what this event even is. Toya also jokes about getting an O shot, the ones that Jackie gives, but Sweet Tea says that she don't need that because her stuff is like macaroni down there. It's gushy. What the hell? Sweet Tea cracks me up because like who would say that? So days later, it's time for the event. So the ladies are going. Turns out that Toya did end up inviting Sweet Tea because why not? Simone and Toya are riding with Sweet Tea and they ask, will she approach Heavenly? And Sweet Tea says, listen, if I swing, pull me back. So this was definitely a trip down memory lane because they went down to the good old Willie Watkins like we used to watch in Atlanta. The ladies were so confused when they got there. Like, did someone die? Like, what's going on? Also, Heavenly is so fake. She want to go and hug Sweet Tea, talking about, hey baby, how you doing? As if nothing had happened. So then they go into the little room that's inside the funeral home. They sit. Phaedra walks out in some sort of black wedding dress. She gets up to the pulpit and starts to preach about the phoenix who rises above and the resurrection. The point is that the phoenix sometimes disappears but comes back stronger and better than ever. She gave a really funny sermon. But then here come the trumpets, and Lord and behold, they usher in a casket. A real casket. They place it in the center and they open it like slowly. It's very suspenseful with the music, and Quad comes out. Oh my gosh. She looked good. She was wearing all white. She said that she was well rested and restored. I did love when Toya saw, she said, is Mariah going to come out of there too? I was like, yes, I wish that it would have been Mariah. But Kwa says that she has risen and that there will be a funeral, but not for her. It'll be to bury the pettiness, the turmoil, and the strife in the group. Listen, it's okay. It's entertaining, whatever. I would never in my life put myself in a grave. Let me tell you something about the human mind. The human mind is very fragile when it comes to you telling stuff to it. So you putting yourself in a casket that's meant for a dead person, just watch out and make sure that you're not calling death, like for real. But like I said, Quad says she has risen and they're going to bury all that crap. So she starts going by one by one. Jackie, Heavenly, and talking about if they have any turmoil or strife that they want to figure out or work on. Heavenly says that she got no problem with Sweet Tea, but she has no idea why she was uninvited. Sweet Tea says, you said my marriage would fail. Why would I want you there? And Heavenly says that it was coming from a place of concern and support. She says that she still stands on the fact that she thinks that there will be issues in this marriage because Dr. G is bad at communicating, but maybe she can prove her wrong. Then Sweet Tea says, well, maybe you have problems communicating because you said that you knocked your husband with the back of a frying pan. They call each other the B word. Heavenly was taken aback by that comment. So Sweet Tea says, you heard what the I said. So Heavenly gets up and Sweet Tea gets up and Heavenly says, don't let me whoop you like your mama should have. You have daddy issues. That's why you married a man 3 times your age. Well, I was just like, Heavenly, like, at least she doesn't call him daddy. But they had to break them up. And then Quad continues with her TED Talk. So with Sweet Tea, things are okay. With Simone, things are so-so. They really don't like each other, but they don't dislike each other either. It's like whatever. But then she gets to Toya. Toya says, Quad says to Toya, let's write everything out. But Toya says that with all the negative things that Quad has said about her and her family, why would she ever let anything go? So Quad breaks character a little and says, okay, well, you can stay on the island by yourself then. Quad concludes by saying, thank you for everyone coming to my resurrection. To those of you who want to move on, let's move on. And to those who don't want to effing do it, don't effing do it then. I was like, damn. Now, Phaedra is disappointed, and she says that she doesn't think that Quad can humble herself for a moment. And this is actually the moment that caused the fight between Jackie and Quad on last night's Instagram live. Make sure to go watch that. I posted the video of the live where Quad and Jackie went into it, and it was a mess. So make sure to check that out. So then the ladies head to the dining area, and they had a good meal there waiting for them. Heavenly made a prayer. Then Phaedra says, is there anything else that needs to be said before we leave? So Sweet Tea addresses Phaedra and says that Phaedra shouldn't have brought Quad to the bachelorette party. Phaedra again explains herself and why she did it. Now there is no issue between Sweet Tea and Quad, but Sweet Tea just didn't think it was an appropriate place to bring in Gregory's ex-wife. So then Simone really wants to get down to the issue between Toya and Quad, but Quad does not want to take any sort of accountability. So Toya, because Quad kept saying, like, what did I do? What did I do? So Toya says, you said we were thieves, and you took it even lower by saying that I cheated with someone from the neighborhood. Quad says, well, y'all said that I slept with a contractor. Quad starts to point at Heavenly and say that you said it to her. You said it to her. But she kept throwing her finger across Toya's face, so Toya grabbed that hand, and that almost turned physical, and they had to break them up. Toya says that she will never do what Quad wants her to do, which is lower herself beneath her. Quad says that this is not going to be the end of it. She says that there still needs to be a conversation about how the group has treated her. So at this point, they are all over it. Jackie, Simone, Heavenly, Toya, even Phaedra. Because even Heavenly said, Quad might as well go back into that casket and close it. Because clearly the plan did not go as Quad thought it would. This damn Phoenix was not successful. She did not rise above it. But that was the end of the episode. Again, you guys, really surprising that Phaedra was disappointed in Quad for not being able to say, I am sorry. But here's my question to you guys. Should Quad say that she's sorry to Toya, or are you on Quad's side? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. This episode was definitely... it was something else, okay? Like, what other show is making us go through to funeral homes and do all this crap? This is why I love Married to Medicine and love Phaedra being on it. But yeah, you guys, let me know. Also, what do you think about Heavenly and Sweet Tea? I'm definitely still Team Sweet Tea on that one. But again, let me know. And I'll catch you all next time. You'll have a great one. Bye.